Hey, hi ho, cat guys, I'm Tangar Game Glass. Today we continue our adventures in PHP. Yeah. So we are using Apache and MySQL for learning. I have this book about PHP, and I'm rookie. I'm newbie PHP pupil in our MMORPG school. My dream to create my own MMORPG, and I have an idea in my head, and I know what to make this idea real. I need to learn PHP, and it's what we are doing. So this is my second time. In my last video we created this great program script with several functions, and it was quite a big challenge for me because I'm not only newbie, I'm quite humanitarian guy, so not how to be not mathematics physics guy, but like literature and history. So for me coding it's something very challenging, and I'm enjoying it actually because it's a very new feeling in my life. So today we would create a new program. Yeah, it would be file 8 PHP, and this would be a game. Today we would create a game. You have to guess how much force around you. So yeah, it's kind of fun game. You would see. Let's start. I'll delete everything from our previous thing. So let's call this game Monsters Surround You. Surround, it's how to write surround. Okay, we are not only learning PHP, we're also learning English. So this is our game. Let's start. Let's start our PHP script, and the beginning is we need just create output of this game. First would be print. Okay, let's call it print intro. Print intro. It's not a function print. It's new function print intro. So we're defining this three functions print monsters. We're creating monsters and print guess. Right now I have a script in my book, but I'm changing it on fly into my game because they have their own game in this tutorial and I want to create my own. So it's more challenging and more interesting. So we have three functions and we need to describe this function, to create function is like a container, and now we need to fill it. So first function, it's interesting, is it possible to create after writing? So if I start, type fun, so it would be like I'm not sure, I don't know. By the way, we are live, guys, please write your comments. It would be great to see your comments. Let me make everything bigger so it would be more fun for you to see it. So our first function is print intro. Print intro function, and we need to define it. So we're creating global variables Okay, guys, it's so hard. It would be so hard for us to modify it on fly, but we will try. So this would be variable guest. It's how you in this game your goal is to guess how much monsters surrounding you. So, and this would be num monsters. Num monsters. So we defined two variables. When we not defined, we made them global, so they would be always in our script. Because in PHP, each variable it exists only inside function, and when function ends, like this, they would disappear. So when we define it, when we call them global, it means that they would exist in our old PHP file. So now we need to create how it would be in English. If it's like a structure, I think, yeah, construction. If so, if we have empty field, if we have empty guess variable, then we have to print form. So there are monsters around you. So we're writing like intro, which would appear for if you just open this page for the first time. So yes, it would be like this. And if this field not yeah, if this field not empty, then else if this guess variable guess would be equal to num monsters. So yeah, and then we would print. So if guess is right, then you win. Yeah. Print 3. You won. Yeah, something like this, I think. So, and else, if we're doing this so close, it's harder to read the code. So how it would be easier to read? If print. Wait, we made a mistake somewhere. Yeah. You see, with this syntax, it helps to see. Else if. I'm not sure. Vigas, hello. As a newbie, I do not know how to make my code more readable. I'm trying to use tabulation. But here I can't use it because of this thing. Maybe it's more readable to do like this. Oh. So I'm not sure how to make code readable. If you have an idea, for me, more readable, it's like this, as a newbie. Yeah, so if, then print, but maybe it's more readable like this, because in this book they have this thing. I do not know, to tell the truth, how to make it more readable. PHP is not the most readable language anyway, so Python, it's more readable language. So anyway, let's continue. Else if guess right, then you won, and if not, then we would print. Z h3 of last time h3 you rest it's something which I not understand right now, but I think we would understand it later a bit. And the correct answer was num monsters around you. So the idea of this game, it's if you see monsters, you have to guess how much you see, and if it's a lot of them, just run. So yeah. And this would be and if. And this. Let's start writing comments. And in print wrong. Let's start writing comments. Why not? We have to be good. By the way, we could even do something like this. We could do we could go in full screen. I think it's better. Please tell me in comments. So this is our first function, print intro. And now we need to create a print monsters function. Print monsters. And it would be not like this, but like this. We need to have global variable num monsters. But we already had it before. I have no idea why we have to put it here again. So when we say global, it means that we include this variable from whole script to this function. Let me check it. Okay. We need to read some manual to understand global variables, so we will do it one day. But for now we need to create our game. Print h3 new row. So here we would print our monsters unfilled. They would look like a dots. And now monsters 0. And here we need to create 6 variables and make them equal to random number from 1 to 6. So let's make it like this. So it would be die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good one. And now we need to create a function to show die. So we're showing this dice. We're throwing dice. Actually, it's even not monster. It's not. Okay, let's call it die. I think it's quite relevant here because people they wouldn't see it. Yeah. So show die. Die. Now we need to summon to show on the screen all this all dice, all monsters around us, all fields. Okay, let's call it fields. So yeah, and now let's create empty stroke. And now we have to calculate now monsters, I think. Yeah, it's another function which defined by this dice. And we're ending our function print dice. So this is so this function we would describe them a bit later. So right now we defining them. We're saying that okay, we have these variables and we're creating 6 functions for each field, for each die, and this function they equal to this variables. So we need to show this, to show them, and then after we show them, we also need to count them because it's different things. To show pictures and to count, and they have to be they're all different because they would be random. That's why we have to define them here. So this would be end of function print monsters. It's important. Monsters. And now we have a function show die. Now we described. So you see, here we have 3 main functions. You want a loop? Vigast, it's advanced thing. I just learning, so I'm doing it like I have it in the book. Yeah. And I'm changing it to my case. So in the book it's a bit different game. So we have here 3 functions. Then we describe in first function. Then we describe in second function, and in this second function we have other functions, one functions and two functions, and they're different. So now we need to describe show die function. Function show die, and it has value. It has variable value. Okay. So this function, it's printing function. So let's put some HTML tags for drawing dices. They depend on our random number. So I think it's something like this. Yeah. And it would have height 100 and weight 100. Close this tag. Actually, for me it's more understandable to do it like this, but okay, they recommend to do it like this. Because I know HTML very well, and so it's what I know actually. So, and let's end this function. And show die. I think if we would do it like this, it would be understand that we're ending function. It's new thing for me. Okay, and show die. Now we have to describe this function. So this function would be function called num_monsters. It also would have value. And this value would count it. And right now I'm trying to understand this value, where it come from. Show die. So it's this value. Okay, so this variable. So we're calling this function 6 times with different attributes, and each time it would be different value. It has different, it would be different variable, and it would be inserted to our picture, because we have here we have 6 pictures with this dice. Okay, so called num_monsters, it's also would have a value. We need global variable here. We're creating this global variable actually. So here we're creating first time if we do not have anything, it seems. Yeah, so we're creating this variable when we're doing global. I think so. I still do not understand till the end how PHP engine interpret this stuff. So what first, what second? It's a bit confusing, but I'm trying to understand it. So we're getting close, I think. Let's have here switch. Switch. Is it function or operator? How to understand it? Yeah, it's operator. Okay, it's not a function. Switch. It would take only these values. Case 3, when we have 2 monsters around me, It's the thing about this game. It's quite funny game actually. I want to Stukense to play it. Stukense, would you play my game? So it's first and break. And second one, case 5. Now monsters 4. Because why is it? Because it's like me and 4 monsters around me, or it's this me and 2 monsters around me. Yeah. So break. Because I think I'll make public. I'll make these scripts and these games public. Why not? It's a good idea, but I need to buy hosting for it, because it's not safe to put my newbie scripts with a lot of mistakes to my websites. I have several websites, so I need to buy separated hosting for this. I'll do it when we would make more complex scripts, but even these scripts I'll upload everything. Why not? It's a good idea. Thank you. Good idea. So let's end switch. Let's end switch, and let's end this function calc num monsters. Not bad. And finally we need to define print guess. Yeah, in this book it's called print form, but I tried to change it because I like to call it like print guess, but actually okay, let's try. I hope it would work, but if wouldn't, we would try to find any mistakes. It's always fun to try it. So function print guess, but I think print form it's more right name for it actually, but okay. Global num monsters. Let's print here our form. H3. So it's what would appear at the beginning of our script, because at the beginning we do not have any variables here, we do not have anything here. At the beginning we just we need to write something to make a guess. So what's the question? How many monsters around you? Mage. Yeah, why not? So how many monsters around you, mage? And now let's create form method post, and we already made a mistake. Yeah, it's hard to understand when we have this syntaxes. It's hard to see mistakes in PHP or in HTML. Input type text, name. Yeah, it's a bit, you see, you need to use spaces. Tabulation doesn't work here in this case. Maybe maybe it's better to make it like this then. I need some advice, guys. If you are a programmer Tell me how to do this thing. What's better for readability? Like this maybe? I have no idea. I need to get used to it, to the right approach, because yeah, it's important. Value 0. It's kinda readable, but in the book they recommend to do this, but then it would be a bit not right. And input type. Hidden. So we hide this field. Now you see this code, it looks like a bit not so beautiful. Now monsters. Value. This we need to check. We need to check. Yeah, I know that it doesn't matter on how it works, but I want it to be readable. It's what I want. So it's very important how to make it. It's very important. So to get used to the right approach. Here we have value variable non-pentals. No, non-monsters, of course. Okay. They have pentals, we have monsters. Monsters better, they're just better. And submit. Input type. Oh no. Submit. And let's close our form. Okay. Guys, we are close. Would it work or not? Okay, and let's close it. So I just so stressed. I hope this would work, but I'm not sure. Pringles. I think it wouldn't work, as always. I didn't had any such complex program, and so it would work. Okay, let's try. Okay, we already have a mistake. Undefined function, print intro. Why it's undefined? Int, okay. First mistake. Oh, guys, look. Monster surrounds you. There are monsters around you. New role. So we have a role. How much monsters do we have? Штукенце. Let me test this program first. Actually, it's a bit. We need to check it. Why it was a mistake? Here we have again. So we have a problem somewhere. It's calculated, it works in general, but has wrong calculations. When we have now monsters free, okay. No monsters value. Print glass. We have a problem here. Here in this In intro, I think, yeah. Oh yes. It's when we start. Where we start. Where is our... I had to warn, because Namosis has to be template. Okay, here. Here, you see, we have this problem. We have something broken. Fox, hello. Okay, I see them. Ah, no. It's default value, yes. Yeah, it would be a long time when we would find this mistake, as always. In general, it works. We already had a stream in Russian today. Wait. I think I know what's the problem. Ah. Okay, it's interesting to find the mistake. It's interesting to find the mistake. Let's put a book aside. And let's take a look at this script. I think it's easier to read it even from the backwards. Yeah. So function print guess. Print guess. Hello, young fan. So we have global variable num monsters. How many monsters around you, mage? They say. Put type text guess. So it's variable guess. Maybe we have to put it. No. Okay. Guys, if you know mistake, you could give me a tip. It's always fun to have helpers. So, okay, this function is right, I think, because it's just creating form, which give us guess variable. What about this hidden thing? What is it? They do not describe it. It's funny. Yeah. So we just have one hidden field. This name Guess. It's by default it's 0. I need to check back into these forms. Name, yeah, name of the form, it's actually variable, so it's right. Okay, it's right, this one. Let's go here. How we calculate? Calc num monsters. Value, have variable num monsters, value case 3. It's 2 monsters. Well, it's 4. It's right. So it's right. Show die. Look, it works. Okay, show die works at least. Here, num monsters. This variables, it works. This works. Print monsters. This works. Now monster 0. Every time it has to be 0. Let me check. Maybe it's... No, it's right. Hey Malik, how are you? We are learning PHP and trying to make this program work correctly. Yeah, I have some YouTube accounts. So, and this is the first. I think here, somewhere here, we have a problem in the beginning. I think so, because everything else is right. Okay, we have global guess and num monsters. If this is empty, like this, if we do it the first time, we have there are some monsters around you. There are some monsters around you. I didn't hear about it, Malik. So, monsters around me, and we have a new show. How many monsters? It's the right answer. So, we have here else if and else. If, else if, and else. I'm not interested in numbers of subscribers or something like this. Sorry. It's not my... I do not like these goals like numbers. So yeah. Not interesting, thank you. So, we have here variable guess, it's empty, it works. This works. Then else if this variable, if we guess right, then it has to write me down like you won, hey, see you. But if not, then it would write me this. So, as we do not have here number, it means that num monsters do not work. So I see. The problem is num monsters. Now I understood it. The problem is num monsters. We have problems. Num monsters. Num monsters. We have problems with this variable. Monsters. We have problems with this variable. So if we would print monsters. It's what we have here. This function. Die 1. If we have one die 1, doesn't work. But if we have die 3, it has to make num monsters plus 2. But it didn't work. And I do not understand why. Hmm. Guys, do you have an idea? Let's open this lesson, how they did it. So for them it works. Ah, wait, it didn't work. Here, for example, it's 0. Yeah. Here we have... Ah, yeah, it was mistake. Here we have... Yeah, here we have... Here we have... Yeah. How they count it? And they have 5. Maybe it's because I have 6. They have 5 dice and I have 6. Could it be the reason? Because at 6th dice we do not have a break like default. Let's try. Four. Now it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm pretty sure if we would just copy it down, it would work. They added some stuff which I do not have. Okay, let's take it. Let's just try to run it. Let's try to run their version. I do not see anything hazardous here, so it's safe to take it from here, I think. And run it at our web server. I made a mistake, I do not know where. Yeah, it's okay, it's safe script. So it's their script and it works, I think. Yeah, but mine doesn't work. You see? Mine doesn't. No idea what's the problem. It's, by the way, it's 10. But it doesn't work. We can, our some monsters doesn't work. You see, I changed some stuff, and that's why it doesn't work, I think. So something print monsters, maybe print monsters function. We have this function, and that's what we need to have, I believe. No monsters and glass. Let's just try to print no. I think he wouldn't work. No, it works. Why it works here? You see, we have this variable num monsters. Let's try again. Let's write wrong number. Yeah, it works. So you see, this variable, it's calculating correct. It's correct. Now monsters work, so these formulas, they're all correct. So the problem is here somewhere in this ifs. If, okay, so else if glass, then print. Maybe we have else if again, something like this. I'm not sure about. No, it's not like this. You can't do it. Let's see. Why num monsters doesn't work? Maybe it's maybe we have to. To call it like this. I'm not sure because I'm using not the last version of PHP, so yeah. Yeah, now it works. You see? Now it works. Look. It was pretty sad. You see, now it works. Guys, wait, maybe I made a mistake by mouse. I see. Yeah, this small mistake, look, it's because of this. I defined two variables, but to define them we need to use comma. Not this thing. Как будет запятая, комма? Yeah, comma, а точка запятая. Dot and comma, okay. So, yeah, guys, finally. Oh my god, it was so harsh to find this small mistake. But at least I understand how this script works. Yeah, you see, now it works. So, Stukense, do you want to play my game? Try to understand how to play it. Come on. Come here. But be prepared. It's not easy peasy game. Come on. Yeah. So Stukense would test our game. Hello. Hello, Stukense. let's see. You see, you would see chat.
Hello, chat.
Hello, guys.
Monsters surround you. There are some monsters around you. Neural. How many monsters surround you, mage?
How many monsters surround you, mage?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 6, 16 plus 6, it's 22. 22 monsters, I guess. This is 22 monsters. You guessed 22. And the correct answer was 6 around you. How is that possible? Why is
It's
it?
a puzzle.
Okay. So last time, Neural, how many monsters surround you, mate? So difficult game. Very interesting. How many monsters surround me? So something is monster, something is me, or what? Okay, let's say 4 monsters surround me. 4 monsters, because there is 1, 2. Here is me, and this is 2 monsters. Okay, 4 monsters surround me. What? You guessed 4, and correct answer is 2. It's fun. Why? I like this game. It's fun. Okay, it was 2 surround me. How many monsters surround you? How many monsters? Who is the monsters and who is me?
But it was close. Previous idea.
So maybe. Okay. How many monsters surround me? Okay. If me is this guy, so around me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10 monsters around me. So 10 monsters around me. No, it was 6. It was 6. Very difficult game. Me too, you know, Faust, me too. I can't deal with this.
I designed cool game.
You designed the coolest game ever. I don't know how to win the game. So now, how many monsters around you? How many monsters? Maybe you have to. Maybe you have to. Like 3. Okay. For instance, this is 3 monsters, because 3 and 3 monsters, and here 3 and 4 is like 12 and 12 and 3 monsters. So 12 and 3 and 15 monsters around me. No, it was 4.
Look at the previous answer and think how it could be. Look at the previous answer.
How I can look previous answer?
You hear you 4. 4 it was right answer. You see?
Yeah, but I thought 15.
Yeah, but try to go from the answer.
I don't know.
Look at this and guess something, and just then maybe you would understand.
How many monsters around me?
It's quite not easy puzzle actually.
I see.
You see?
I see. Monsters is who is stronger than me. So for instance, I'm 1 in the center, me is 1, and everyone who is more bigger than me is a monsters. Now it's 4. Now it's 4 monsters around me.
It's interesting idea for the game, but it's not right.
It's not right. And
you see, it's 6.
It was 6. Guys, do you know what to do? I have no idea how to win. Okay, it was 6. 6. Can I see previous setup to see how much 6 it was? Is it possible to cheat?
It's cheat. If you want, you could cheat if you wish.
No. Okay. Now. Okay.
Just think about it like you and monsters around you.
Me and
Where is you here?
the strongest. No. Me is either this one or this one, because there are 3 the same things.
But they're random. They could be random. Who is you here? You.
Me in the
And
center.
Yes.
I'm in the center.
You are
because
in the
it's
center.
me.
So.
So others is monsters.
Yes. So where is the center?
Center is here.
Yes.
Why? It's always here the center because
But
we have
also
5.
no. Here it's here, but
Why?
also there are several centers.
Why?
Take a look at these squares, and they all have center. All of them has a center.
I don't understand.
Every square
Every
has a
square.
center.
Every square has a
You see,
center.
it's a center of square.
Yeah.
This is the center of the square,
Yeah.
and there is no center in the square.
No center.
So there is no monsters around me. But here, some monsters around me.
I don't understand why.
Because this is a center.
Center.
It's you.
Like big square is me.
No. Like this is also you. Because you are in the center.
So I am in the center of all squares?
You could be in all squares, yes. If you are in the center, you could be in all squares.
So whatever, like all central square, me, and I am in the center of central
You could
square.
be, for example, here there is no you. Where are you? You are not in the center. But here you're in the center, and here you're in the center, and here you're in the center.
So always if I am in the center, the same monsters surround me?
Try it.
So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 monsters surround me. Now it's 12. I won?
Yeah.
I don't understand how I did it.
But you just did it right. And right now, try another
But now what to do? There is no center, there is no me.
You do not see you in the center. Here, for example, you're in the center.
Yeah, but I am in the center of the center should be. No?
No.
I see! So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 around me. Now it's 4. Yeah! I understood. It's a fun game, the most fun game ever.
You solved it.
Not really.
Yeah, you were good.
So now it's E2. Now it's E2. Is around me.
You could make stream in this game if you want.
Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 around me.
Oh,
Now it's
whoa.
4. Oh! I always lost. So if this game would be very fast changing, it would be a challenge. You would in 2 seconds you would try to understand how much monsters around you. It's the most
It could
fun
be
game.
much more interesting if there would be pictures and different types of pictures. So it could be undeads, goblins, trolls, and you have to solve these logical puzzles in like in similar design. Not the same design. It wouldn't be the center. It could be different. It could be different questions, and you have to guess every
You
time.
know, it seems like IQ test. I always suck at them.
I solved this puzzle only because I wrote it. Because if I would see it, I'm not sure that I will be able to do it.
You now you cannot know.
Yeah, now I can't know
No.
because I
You
wrote it.
already know it.
I saw the formula,
Yes.
and this is how this game looks like. So we have 3 functions. And then we define first function, we define second function. We're dropping these dice, we're rolling them, then we print them, print pictures, and then we're calculating monsters, how many monsters surround us, for example. So for each die we're calculating it. Then we it's function to show, then we describe this function, because it's also two functions, to show die, and we with this function we paint all dice, and with this function we calculate. This is formula. So if we have three, it's 2 monsters around us. We have 5, it's plus 4 monsters around. So this variable number monsters. We have, for example, we could have a case with 5 dice, which all have 5 variable. Then we would have how much?
5 plus 4.
No, not plus. It would be 20.
Why?
5x4. If we would have 5 dices with 5, so it would be 20 monsters.
And there is a plus.
What?
What? Here is a plus. Plus.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. It means that this variable, it would be a plus 4, and it could repeat because it's calculated for each variable.
So difficult.
If you write it from the book and you then searching for errors, you begin to understand it. So it's a really interesting program. I liked to write it, and what I could say, it's very fun.
Yeah, very fun. And
it's simple, but it gives you feel a real game when you play this.
There should be a scale from how much time you win, you start to win, and this program says you are 500% clever. You are in the top 3% of people.
It's possible to make it more interesting, to enchant and to add some more functions.
I like this game very much. My favorite game.
You could try to make it more interesting.
Okay.
So because look, we could not just these things. We could make the same thing with not just random dices. It could be pictures with a different stuff, so with different colors, and it would be a more interesting logical puzzle actually. Why not? So, but it's very easy to write, as you could see. I mean, it's fully grown game almost, but not so hard to write. So it's really cool. I like that PHP could make such fun.
So smart.
We are learning, and next time we would create more advanced program. Actually, we will create just mad program. It will be poker.
Cool.
Poker on money. So it's what we'll make next time, and also in the after few lessons we'll create mud. You could go search around and try to find exit. So it's more interesting lessons they had.
Cool. I like it very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Tikense.
Thank you very much, Bosia, for so much fun game. You're really cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Game designer.
It's very good book and very good lessons. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, this Andy Harris, awesome guy who made. I like to learn while I'm creating games, even simple games. It's just so fun. It's more fun than creating something else like websites.
Yeah.
I created so much websites in my life, and I didn't know how to code, and it's not necessary to do for it, but to create game, you would understand a lot. So guys, thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Please write your comments, your ideas. Also, we have here a homework, by the way. We have here a homework to create. Let me find it. Yeah, to create a program which drop dices 4, 10 and 20, but it's easy. We just need to change these variables to from 1 to 10, from 1 to 60, so it's easy. Then program which give user to define how much this is more interesting, to define how much sides would be at our dice. By the way, we could do it next time. We could try to make it. I think, yeah. Well, let's try to make it this homework in next stream, because
Cool.
right now I do not know how to do it actually. I guess so. We could define this as a variable. Yeah. So, and user would insert this variable from input type. So that's it actually. It's not so hard. But we have to create maximum amount, limit for these sites. So how to create this limit? With how this? I mean, more or less. This limitation is possible. So actually a lot of interesting stuff we could do. I like these homeworks. They're really useful and interesting. Yeah, so I think I'm getting closer a bit. It's another small step into understanding of PHP. It's really cool. So guys, thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye, Bo. Cat guys.
Bye, Mom.